we're not offended.
He'd probably rather answer the mini mafia questions.
I don't care. Whatever you got. Oh, is this on?
He'll talk barbecue. He'll talk whatever you want.
I made one of his. I took a picture and I made one of your dishes.
Did you?
On the grill. It worked really well.
Which one?
Put a rub on it. It was pork chop with cheese on it. And you had a rub that I had a rub that I found somewhere that I put on it. I've never done it anyway.
Nice. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It worked really well.
Appreciate it.
Oh, we may ask you to evacuate the seats for this press conference for the kids. They're coming over now. You rolling?
Go ahead.
What are your thoughts on how Brad Robbins has done?
I love Brad. He's been a great addition to the room. He's had a really solid offseason. I think he fits well with the team. And I don't remember who was interviewing him. I think it was a local guy, maybe a couple days ago after practice. But I saw the clip on Twitter, and I sent it to my family because it was the message in his answer that he gave. I can't remember the guy's name, but he wasn't thinking. The guy was asking him kind of like, what your goal is to, just make the 53. And he was basically talking about how he's, the making the 53 to him is a given, right? That's he has his sights set on bigger things, longer term things. I think that shows in his work every day and the work he puts in on the field, off the field. It definitely inspires me. So he's been a great addition to the room.
We're just going to fill in with the other reporters here coming in, our guest reporters.
I'll get you after. What's up, fellas? How are ya? What's up? Hey. Got the full garb on. Love it.
You're in the intro? Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Meg. You got Meg Hess here to explain what's going on.
Megan!
All right, welcome to the annual Mini Mafia Junior Press Conference. This is a time for our youngest fans to get to know our players with their helmet off. So thank you, Reed Ferguson,
Absolutely.
for coming to meet some of our youngest fans. We have one more pop-in. Go ahead.
It's great.
All right. So
Pull that chair up front. There you go.
They have some questions prepared, but to start off, Reed, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself
Okay.
and your position that you played in football,
Okay.
and then we'll toss over the kids.
Sure thing. So nice to meet everybody here. Thank you for coming. My name is Reed Ferguson. I'm the long snapper for the Bills. I snap for field goals, punts, and extra points. So I've been here. This is my 10th year, going on 10 years in Buffalo. So happy to be here and excited to be a part of the Mini Mafia. Is this the inaugural one?
Third annual.
Third annual.
Yep.
Third annual Mini Mafia press conference. So I will open it up to any questions. You just blurt them out. What you got?
And feel free to tell them your name.
My name's Maddox.
Okay, nice to meet you, Maddox.
What are you most excited about this season?
I am most excited. I have a new punter this year. His name's Brad Robbins. So I'm excited to work with him and get to know him and work with him and Tyler, our kicker, as well. And so excited to get to know Brad. And then I'm excited. We have a lot of new faces in the locker room, a lot of free agents and some guys we drafted as well. So excited to see how those guys turn out. Rookies are going to get a lot of playing time, of course, and excited to see how we do. We got a great home schedule, a lot of fun games at home. So looking forward to those.
My name's Preston. What would you do if you didn't have football as your career?
If I didn't have football, I would probably be cooking barbecue somewhere. Probably be cooking barbecue. Maybe start up a restaurant. What you got?
What advice do you have for me? Because I can't play tackle football and I'm a sickle cell warrior.
And what was the last part?
I'm a sickle cell warrior.
I would say, what position do you play?
Wide receiver.
So work on those hands, right? You play flag football. Can't play tackle. You play flag football. So a couple of my neighbors back in Buffalo play flag football, and I have a ton of fun watching them. So work on those hands, work on those routes, getting in and out of your routes. Never cut off your inside foot, and get that speed up. Catch a lot of touchdowns.
You have some questions?
Yep.
John Dawkins was my favorite player. Who was your favorite player when you were a kid?
My favorite player growing up was Peyton Manning. He was a quarterback for the Colts. And both of my parents went to Tennessee, University of Tennessee, so watched a lot of their games growing up. So and that's where Peyton Manning went. So loved watching Peyton play for the Colts, and then Denver to end his career. But yeah, he was a fun one to follow for me.
Go ahead.
My name's Brendan. What's your favorite rival team?
My favorite rival team. Well, so the past handful of years has been Miami. My brother, they drafted my younger brother Blake. He plays the same position I do, so I enjoyed playing them the last couple of years since he's been down there.
What's your most memorable moment as a Buffalo Bill?
Oh man, I got a couple. I would say my second year with the team in 2017, we broke the playoff drought. We beat Miami in Miami, and then we came in the locker room and watched the end of the Ravens-Bengals game. And Andy Dalton threw a touchdown to Tyler Boyd. I think it may have been on a fourth down. And they beat Baltimore, and that allowed us to clinch the playoffs. So everybody was going nuts in the locker room. So that was probably one of the more memorable ones. And then I would say we've had a handful of game-winning field goals. Those always stick out. Tyler Bass had a 61-yarder also against Miami last year at home. That was quite memorable. What you got?
What hobby do you have?
I like to play video games. I like to travel. I like to go to like a lake house, do some kayaking. It's a lot of fun. And then I like to cook barbecue a lot for my family. I got two little girls. One's 4.5 and one's 2.5. So they like eating my steaks.
Do you have a question?
Sure.
I'm 10 years old and I've already fractured 3 different bones. Have you ever broken a bone?
I have. I broke a couple, all on this arm. I broke my wrist when I was maybe your age, and then I broke in high school. I broke my thumb. Got a pretty gnarly scar here. I'll show you after we're done. But yeah, broken a couple things. Oh man, what were you doing? Oh, that's not cool.
Brothers.
I was riding bike. What you got?
How does it feel walking on the field with the Brewers?
It's incredible. Buffalo is such a special place to play, and I think whenever we get new guys in the off season, free agency, and the draft and stuff, and they come in and we get to meet them and work, do workouts and off season practice and stuff, and we're chatting in the locker room. They're always asking, how is it like to play here? And I went to LSU, really big college program, and I always tell them that Buffalo feels like it's very college-like atmosphere in a good way. The fans are so extremely passionate. They love us, and they cheer for us really anywhere and on any day that we play. So it's incredible. You're kind of getting when you're up in the stands, you're kind of just hearing like the people around you, like on one side of the stadium maybe. But when you're down on the field, you're getting it from all directions. So it's even louder than it may feel in the stands. But it's awesome. It's something I try to never take it for granted.
Right in the front here, Reed.
Yep.
What is your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant? Probably Raising Cane's. We don't have one here in Buffalo. I'm lobbying hard to get one in Buffalo. Multi-year lobbying to get Raising Cane's in Buffalo. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. What's up?
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color? Maybe Buffalo Bills blue. Buffalo Bills blue.
What shows are doing because you take me to those games, events, and to the Super Bowl Las Vegas. How does that favorite French food inspire you?
My brother, my younger brother, inspires me. He's 3 years younger than me, and he plays the same position as I do, but he has pretty much followed me every step of the way. I started as a long snapper in 8th grade. He started when he was in 7th grade. We both obviously went to the same high school. We both went to college at the same time. We spent 1 year in college together at LSU. And then obviously chasing my dream of being a snapper here in Buffalo. And then he was drafted as a snapper to Miami. So he's kind of followed me a little bit, but he's been a type 1 diabetic since he was in 7th grade. So he has done – I look up to him, and he inspires me, and I think that it's extremely admirable what he's done to do and achieve everything that he's done in his career at every level, while also managing his diabetes on the side, because that's definitely not easy. So with everything I know that we have going on, he manages to also do that while being a type 1 diabetic. That's a good question.
All right, that's it for the
Is that it?
Mafia press
Great questions, everybody. Nice job.
We're going to have Reed and all the kids head over to this grass field for one
Perfect.
quick group photo.
All right.
All right, thanks, guys.
Sorry, Reed.
What's your thoughts on, I mean, we've asked you this every preseason. I know you want to get some time in, but just the caution of not playing on Saturday.
Yeah, just trusting what coach is saying, what he's thinking. He's the guy in charge, so following what he's saying. That's all I'm doing. And if he said play, I'd be playing. So that's how it is.
You played so many regular season games in a row, right? Have you, in the preseason over the years, learned anything about what to take out of that when you're kind of watching for a whole game?
Yeah, I mean, just staying in it, cheering on your guys. This is a very pivotal moment for some guys trying to make the roster and trying to make a living for themselves and their families. So I understand the gravity of these games and what they mean to certain guys, and I just want to make sure that I give them my full attention and a lending ear and a lending mind if they need it. And just trying to help out as much as possible.
You looking forward to getting a chance to catch up with Daboll? I know you guys have maintained a pretty close relationship since he left.
Yeah, love that guy. Obviously a Buffalo native, so I know that a lot of people here love him too. So yeah, it'll be good to see him.
Back shoulder balls that Keon have been, look like they've been an emphasis in camp. How would you just describe the progress you've made with those back shoulders that Keon from camp or beginning of the offseason to now?
Yeah, a lot of progress. I think going back and looking at the film from last year, not just with him but with all of our guys, and going back and studying some of the best guys to throw go routes, where to leave those balls. Giving our guys a chance, not throwing them out of bounds. Obviously, you see those long, deep throws, and it's just like, all right, it's starting to tail out of bounds, and can't. They say 99% of balls that go out of bounds aren't catchable. So I don't know who said that stat, but that's what it is. And just trying to give our guys a chance to make a play.
Connor McGovern mentioned last week that, especially second year as your center, he's taken on some more responsibility at the line. How can that help you in terms of him making some of those calls and then you confirming them? What process did you guys, building a relationship, but getting that comfort with him over the past year to where you trust him?
Yeah, trust him implicitly. He's a very smart guy. He's in the huddle. I trust what he's seeing, what he's thinking. He knows what he's doing. He's a great player. He's a great human being. And I've got no doubt when he's making calls, there's no corrections. He's seeing it and he's doing it. He's very, very fun to work with.
Were you able to accomplish what you wanted to this camp, considering how many pieces were missing every day, whether it was injuries or COVID with the hold in and everything like that?
Yeah, guys are stepping up, making plays. The opportunity to throw to maybe guys that I wouldn't have or haven't have in the past. You know, trying to get on the same page with 5 and 18 as well as 0. But yeah, guys did a great job of learning what they were doing, going out there and executing, flying around. You know, our defense is flying around, making some plays too. So coming together as a team, that's what you want in camp, and I think that's what we did in terms of guys getting to know each other, meshing and gelling, and you know, hopefully we can carry that going over into Buffalo, into the preseason, and then ultimately start the regular season and try to go 1-0.
How do you weigh the Cook situation as a teammate and as a player?
Yeah, I mean, it's no doubt that we all want him out there with us. You know, I've got no say in what goes on behind closed doors, and you know, I'm a big advocate of everybody getting theirs and getting paid, and you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and you know, that's kind of where it's at.
How has that impacted you during practice? Brandon said something to the effect the other day of how, you know, you and Sean are the two most impacted by it during practice. So what's that been like?
I mean, guys going out, it's no different than, you know, Khalil being out with an ankle. Guys are stepping up, making plays, and you know, it was good for Ray to get some of these reps and you know, getting on the same page with Ty again, who I think is our best third down back in the game, and just gives them a couple more opportunities. But you know, James is who he is, and he's one of the best running backs in the league, and he'd be crazy not to say we don't want him out there. We desperately want him out there with us, and hopefully something can get done.
Sean said he's still been in all the meetings. I mean, you guys are brothers, like you talked about. Is it something where he's kind of going through something, just putting your arm around him and just being there for him too?
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, there is this huge business piece to this game. It's the hardest part. A lot of people don't understand it. You know, he's holding out, he's holding in, whatever he's doing, and people want to. But hey, it's generational stuff. It's wealth for you and your family. It's you know, it's not a small chunk of change, and making sure that he's healthy and still going through the mental reps, and he's still doing that. He's a pro, and he knows what he's doing.
What's it meant for that group up front to have Spencer back the last couple of days? He really seemed to blossom last year. Yeah, no, Spencer's one of the guys in the locker room that everybody kind of looks to for his mentality. He's a dog, and to have him back out there and just kind of like the quiet meanness that he has. He plays with a real chip on his shoulder, and you see it when he plays. And you know, we played our final Catan game last night, and he wasn't first, second, or third. I'll tell you that. So he was a little angry today about it, and I'm sure he threw around a few guys that didn't warrant it, but he had to get some anger out. So
Sean said that the team wasn't really where he wanted to be when you guys practiced in Orchard Park, but he felt this last week you guys have really stepped it up. What did you guys do to kind of catch up a little bit to get where you needed to be?
Just trust in the process. Keep getting into your playbook. Trying to stack days and just have good practices. That's all it takes. Guys being locked in and ready to go in the morning, and then, you know, during meetings being laser focused and trying to correct things that may have went wrong on the field. So I think it was just more attention to detail.
Is Galileo a general topic of discussion between snaps?
No, I mean, a few of the linemen and bet that I couldn't somehow fit the word Galileo into my mic'd up segment, so I figured something out.
Did you research him, or
it's just like, is that not common knowledge?
Just gave out a couple Ryder Cup tickets. Why was that important, or something that you felt like you should do?
Yeah, well, I know the Bills have had them for a while. Obviously, it's in New York this year, so why not have only New York teams send some of our Bills Mafia fans over there. Nate's he's a great guy. He golfs a lot. I don't know if you guys are on Instagram, but I believe his tag's Nate the Golf Guy or Nate the Golfer. One of those. And you know, he's got a good swing. So it was a cool moment.
Josh, Sean said that Mitch is going to start the preseason game. What's been your impression of his offseason and training camp so far?
Of Mitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch is every day he's the same exact guy. He knows who he is. He works extremely hard. He's doing everything he can right now to continue to improve. And you know, I love him. I love all of the quarterbacks in our room. We've had such a great year and a half together. Mike got here last year, and then obviously Shane has been here for 2 years now. And you know, it's a very good group. All of our attitudes and personalities kind of mesh well with each other, and we love coming to work each day and hanging out with each other. But yeah, he's just putting his head down and working as hard as he can, and he's making some good plays out there, and hopefully we can roll that into the game on Saturday.
Obviously, he's someone you've known this year. Earlier in your career, then came back, like, with Mitch specifically, what is your relationship like with him? Like, he's obviously seen a lot of different things in this league. Like, what's it like what is he like, I guess, in your relationship with him?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of his football, he's played in a lot of really big games in his life, and to have somebody with that experience who's seen those things, and he's been around a couple offenses, and having that mindset and that knowledge, it's a great tool for me. You know, and then off the field, we're pretty buddy. So it's, I mean, I'd say the same thing with all three of those guys, but we hang out a lot. Quarterback dinners are a thing that we do during the season, and get to hang out with each other even more than we already do, because we spend so much time together during the season in meetings and walkthroughs and practices and more meetings, eating lunch and breakfast together, and then, you know, we get to supplement that with some off the field hanging out, and just three really great human beings that I don't just trust on the field. I would trust them with my life off the field. It's a pretty cool room that we have.
Josh, I think you said on the first day of camp that if you want to get better at football, this is the place you need to be. How in the last 2.5 weeks do you feel like your team has gotten better at football?
Yeah, I think we've come together pretty well. I think what our defense is doing right now is it's going to be pretty tough for quarterbacks and opposing offenses. Guys are flying around. They know their assignments. And then offensively, again, just adding the pieces that we've gotten over this offseason and just trying to get them up to speed with us. Yeah, and just trying to go out there and play our best ball.
Who stood out to you on the defense as you've gone up against them during camp?
Matt Milano looks pretty dang good. You know, he's flying around. He's Christian Benford, obviously, I think is one of the premier cornerbacks in the league and doesn't get talked about enough. But I think he likes it that way. You know, and I think AJ Epinesa, Greg Rousseau, they've had pretty good camps as well.
Thank you guys.